Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, thanks so much for joining. If you're not part of the Raven family, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It will make you part of the Raven family, and if you hit that notification bell, it's going to remind you when videos go live on the channel. Today we are jumping in with our Decades Legacy save file, and we are in the end of 1923 heading into 1924 with our O'Hara family. So let's jump in and see what they're up to today. So as you can see, we are just picking up right where we left off with our family, and poor little Gemma is pregnant with her second trimester, I believe is where she's currently at. She's just getting up here for the afternoon. She had taken a little bit of a nap, and she is really struggling with some morning sickness, afternoon sickness, all day sickness. Yeah, she's really having a pretty hard time with pregnancy, and if I remember correctly, I'm pretty certain she had a pretty tough time with the twins in the first go around of the first pregnancy that she had as well, so that's really not surprising. Pregnancy and her just don't seem to get along. So she's come upstairs. She was thinking about playing, but she's like, you know what, I don't think I want to wake the girls up. I'm just gonna go ahead and go downstairs and have myself a bite to eat. So she's gonna let them continue on, but I think I'm actually going to make them get up because their days and nights are mixed up, and I'm going to make them get up, and that way they don't sleep forever and ever, and we let them go ahead and get up and do some things. That way maybe they will have a little bit of shut-eye at a proper decent hour throughout the night. It is the neighborhood brawl today. We don't actually participate in the neighborhood brawl, so no one's going to be happy about that, but as you can see, she is just having herself a little bit of macaroni and cheese. We are in our second trimester. I will probably do a little bit of a time lapse and jump through. That way we don't have to watch this. Gemma's life is pretty mundane. She is a housewife. She does the chores and the cooking and the cleaning and tending to the girls, but the girls are also in daycare, and so during the day they go off and they go to school, and so she really just tends to the house and obviously deals with herself. So I'm gonna let her play a little bit of piano here because she does enjoy her music, and we'll just let her do a little bit of stuff to have herself a little bit of fun. And yeah, second trimester in 17 hours, so she does still have a little bit of time for that to take place as far as for us to actually go into labor. So I'm not going to make us watch her go through her life because I don't want it to become redundant of us watching that. But I do know that we are going to be having some family members in the outskirts of the family that we are going to need to be checking on in this episode because it is 1923. We have some other family members that we do need to check on, so we will be checking on them in this episode because we are having some people that are aging up. So let's go ahead and we'll just watch her play some piano, and we're going to check on our girls and see what they're up to. We'll go ahead and we'll get them to kind of play and deal with their needs a little bit and make sure that we are getting their skills going because we do want our girls to be well-rounded. You know, her piano skills not the greatest in the world. She still needs a little bit of practice, but she does absolutely love music of all types, and so it makes her happy. So it might not make our ears happy, but it makes her happy. So I suppose that's all that matters. Like, parts of it you're like, oh, that kind of sounds good, and then she's like, oh, maybe not. She's trying. So I am going to just get her to do a little bit of the laundry as well, and so once she's done practicing, we'll get her to do some laundry. Does look like Liam has come home from work and brought us some nice funds home, and he has a lot of needs that we need to deal with, so we'll get him to go to the washroom, get himself something to eat. Energy is quite low as well. But thankfully it is about 6:17 p.m. So once he gets his hunger and his bladder taken care of, he can go ahead and go on to bed for the evening. He does look quite chipper for someone that is as tired as he is, though. Overall, I think Liam is a pretty happy guy with his life. He loves his job, he loves his family. He is a pretty happy camper. He's thrilled about the fact that he's got himself some... Does she like piano? Yes, she does indeed. Alright, so she's just going to go ahead and go on out here and deal with some of the laundry while her husband is in there taking care of his needs. Once again, we have someone that has shown up and is just standing out of our house here that we don't know. We're going to just pretend like this person isn't here because we have no idea who they are. She's going to deal with some of this wash, and then I'll get her to clean up out here a little bit. And this person's just going to play in our trash, so that's great. That's great for everyone. Who even are you? No one knows.
I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
And then once she's finished with the wash, as you can see, Liam is cleaning up after himself. We love that. You know, he likes his house tidy, so I wasn't worried that he wasn't going to do that at all. We know that Liam is that way. So she doesn't have to worry about cleaning up after her husband. He's going to go ahead and come on out here and pick up because he doesn't like things dirty. Look at him. He's like, let me get this trash up since, you know, lady here is just, you know, making a mess of it. We've got the laundry up. He's cleaned up the trash. Everything is working like a well-oiled machine, and we love that. She's just going to go ahead and go up here and check on the toddlers and make sure everything is good with the girls. And Liam, I'm just going to go ahead and let him head off to bed because he is really looking rough. She's like, girls, it is getting kind of late. It's probably time for us to get ready for bed soon. But let's go ahead and we're going to get some baths because we have one here that's got a green cloud following her. It is very, very difficult for us to tell these two apart, being that they are identical twins. And I did do one of them in pink and one of them in blue, thinking that that was going to help me out. But to be completely honest, it really doesn't help me out all that well. So there's that. So as you can see, she is just playing a little bit of dolls with the girls. I really wanted her to get a bath to, I believe that's Norma. But instead, you know, she is playing with dolls. So that's fun for us all. But really, could you give a bath to Norma? Because she really is green. She's like, well, I'm just really having fun playing dolls. This is what I want to do with my time. We're playing imagination. We're building skills. This is important too. It is, but so is hygiene. Hygiene is very important. And it seems like Liam was on the phone with Merida, but I really want you, Liam, to get in here and go ahead and go to bed. Okay, so you're mopping, but instead you need to come bathe Norma. Give a bath to Norma. We have another random person outside our house. I give up with these people. I really do. Alright, so we have one going to bed. That's great news for everyone. And Norma, are you going to go to have a bath now? She's like, well, I might consider it. Okay, you actually have to get up and go and take her for a bath. Alright, let's go give her a bath. Well, don't just sit there. Norma, come tell Mama that you need a bath. She's like, I'm gross. Alright, no, we're going to eat first. Okay. I'm going to just put her in the high chair, lock her in there, not feed her, not bathe her. She's like, why am I in this chair? I'm not needing to be in this chair. Give her a bath. There we go. I don't know why it's so difficult. Okay, so Norma has had her bath and now she is crawling into bed. Everyone now is in bed for the evening, and I am just going to fast forward and see you when everyone wakes in the morning. Okay, it is Monday morning at about 6 o'clock in the morning, and we are now in our third trimester with Gemma. Sunday, they spent the day together as a family and did a lot of skill building with the girls and really just some mundane things of just the same in and outs. Laundry, eating, punishing them for painting the floor. Some of the same things we see over and over again with the O'Hare family. Liam cleaning up the paint off the floor because he was losing his mind. Gemma playing the piano, doing the laundry, cleaning up, cooking, cleaning, those sorts of things. Today, Liam and the girls are still in bed asleep, and Gemma is up. She's already had herself something to eat, and she is just playing a little bit of the piano. She is well on her way in her third trimester, and like I said, it is about 6:30 in the morning. So we are soon to go into labor. It is also 1924. And so we are hoping that we're going to be having our babies today. She is about to burst, and so she's like, okay, it's gotta be today. It's gotta be today. And so she's like, I know it's today. It just has to be. And she does have that like emoticon or whatever you call that thing down there, moodlet, that says should give birth in question mark, question mark, question mark. So I do think it will be today that she goes into labor. And once she is done with her playing of the piano, we're just going to have her go ahead and give herself a little bit of brushing of her teeth, because she does have the moodlet there that she does have some disgusting teeth. So we're just going to let her take care of a little bit of that. Liam does have work today, so once he gets up, he will go ahead and go on into work. And the girls should have daycare today. So Gemma will be on her own today, just dealing with some things around the house. Until, of course, she goes into labor, and then Liam will obviously come home and he will join her at the hospital for them to go into labor and have the baby. I mean, she's not the best, but I think she is improving a little bit with her piano. Come on, let's go ahead and cancel that out. I think you've had plenty of practice for today. You've reached your daily lifestyle cap. So she's just going to go ahead and cook a little bit this morning. That way when everyone gets up, there will be breakfast ready. And she's also getting a little bit peckish herself, so she might as well go ahead and make something to eat. Yeah, I know. You think you're just the best at cooking, but you could really use a little bit more practice with that there, love. You're not the best I've ever seen. So now that it is 1924, we definitely will have some aging up to do in the other families. So as soon as we get that notification that they have all aged up, we will go ahead and we will hop over into those families, and I will show you what their makeovers look like when we give them their makeovers, so that you guys can see what the other family members look like for their makeovers. Liam can now take family leave. So it does look like she's making some bacon and eggs for breakfast for the family. So we'll go ahead and we will just call everyone down to a meal, and that way when they get up, they can go ahead and they can eat that. Or she may just leave it there for them and they can come down when they get up. That's also a possibility. And then we'll let her go ahead and go to the washroom when she's done, because she is about to wee herself. So we definitely know she's getting close, because look at that bladder going down super fast. Gemma, you better go, honey. You're going to wee yourself. I seriously think that she's definitely going to have the baby today. I really hope so anyway. Liam, you need to get up. You're going to miss work. And she wants to deal with the bees and bond with them. So we'll go ahead and let her come out here and bond with the bees. Oh, that says 1924 starts tomorrow. So it's still 1923, the end part of 1923. No, you should not miss work. You should go to work. Okay, go to work, Liam. You're missing work. Don't worry about chatting with Gemma. You need to get to work. Go on to work. So it's actually the end of 1923. So today's the last day of 1923. Tomorrow is 1924. I still think that the family should be aging up. If not today, definitely tomorrow, because if I recall correctly, Cora's kids should be aging up into teenagers. Like all of Liam's brothers and sisters should be teenagers now. Alright. Well, I'm sad to say that they did attack the bees, did attack Liam, but they didn't attack Gemma, so she must have the magic touch when it comes to the bees. So, hey, good on you. Why don't you go ahead and sell the honey while you're here, since they seem to care for you a little bit more than they do Liam. Perfect. Alright, we'll go ahead and we'll just let her go ahead and go on in here. She wants to mop up this mess in the house, so we'll just let her do that. And then it does look like there's some laundry out there on the line that she could tend to at some point today as well. The girls are still sleeping fast asleep, and it does look like Gemma also is feeling pretty tired, so we may let her go ahead and go downstairs and just have herself a little bit of a nap. Pregnancy really is taking it out of her, but I mean, then again, look at how large she is. So that would make sense. Like, she is on the home stretch here, so I'm sure she is pretty knackered. Alright, so she's just going to have herself a little bit of a nap, and I'm going to fast forward through, and I will catch back with you when she wakes up. Okay, so as you can see, Gemma is up from her nap. She is just calling the girls down so that they can get themselves something to eat, and she also is grabbing herself a plate. She's not one to miss a meal, especially this late into her pregnancy. She's like, well, I'm a little bit hungry, so I might as well go ahead and grab myself a plate too. So both of the girls are going to go ahead and come down and have themselves some bacon and eggs. Liam is still at work, as you can see, but he is in the red, so his needs are obviously in pretty bad shape. Oh, well, now he's inspired, so maybe he was just having himself a little bit of a mood swing. So the girls are eating. They slept their afternoon or their day away, so because of that, they didn't go to school. It does look like Franklin is calling, and as you can see, he is a teenager and he is not time period appropriate, so you know what that means. We're going to go ahead and hop on over into their household and give them their much needed makeovers. So let's go ahead and do that so that we can get that taken care of, and I will show you guys what their makeovers look like. Okay. So let's go ahead and hop into Cass, and this is Emery after he got his 1920s updated look now that he is a teenager, and this is what he has turned out to look like. So let's just go ahead and go through his outfits. So this is his everyday, his formal, athletic, pajama, party, swimwear, hot weather, and cold weather. And then for his twin brother Franklin looks like this now. And for his everyday, formal, athletic, sleep, party, swim, hot, and cold weather. And then we have our lovely little Nettie, and her looks, she's adorable, and her everyday, formal, athletic, sleep, party, swim, hot weather, and cold weather. And then her twin sister Noelle, and this is what she turned out to look like, also adorable. And her everyday outfit, formal, athletic, sleep, party, swim, hot weather, and cold weather. And I do think that they all turned out super adorable. And let's go ahead and hop into now Rose's house, because Rose's little one is now a toddler. So let's go take a look at Rose's little one. So Rose's little one is Darwin Hensley, and this is what he looks like. And this is his everyday, formal, sleep, party, swim, hot weather, and cold weather. And he's absolutely precious. So everyone in the family is now up to date on their looks, and let's go ahead and hop back in to our family, because I don't want us to miss too much time away due to the fact that she is definitely in her third trimester and could be. Okay, we have arrived back at the house, and as you can see, it is Tuesday morning, 1924, at about 8 o'clock in the morning. Liam is just on the phone here, and he was talking to his sister Rose. It does look like, he's like, excuse me, love. It does look like Gemma is just here in the kitchen, and she is standing just looking outside, enjoying the day, and she is getting a message from her friend Rachel, asking if she's learned anything new lately. And now she's just having a little bit of a conversation with the love of her life. And she's like, what are your plans for the day, dear? And he's like, nothing really, love. You know, I think I'm going to hang around because, you know, I don't know if you've noticed, but you've gotten quite large. And she's like, I've noticed. I really think that today's the day. And he's like, you told me that yesterday. And she's like, I know, but I don't think that I can carry this baby any longer. And he's like, well, hopefully, you know, hopefully you will go into labor today, because I don't think you can carry this baby much longer either. And just like that, it's happening. The baby's getting born. Okay, so Gemma has just gone into labor. So she's going to go ahead and she's going to tell him that she's in labor. Maybe. Can I tell him that she's in labor? Yeah, I'm in labor. I think he knows, though. And we're going to go ahead and head over to the hospital and have this baby. Have baby at the hospital. We are going to join her, and we're going to take Liam with us, and the girls will go to daycare. Okay, we have arrived here at the hospital, and her water has broken. And there is a huge puddle on the ground, and she is definitely in labor. It says, welcome to the clinic. Feel free to talk to one of the doctors if they will be able to help. So we are just going to go ahead and talk to one of these obstetricians. We're going to get them to check our dilation to see how far along we are dilated. Obviously, we are doing the natural delivery. We're going to get one of these birthing balls so that we can help her along here. And I don't, you know, obviously you're going to start out at 1 centimeter dilated. We will work our way up. We will get her to exercise a little bit here, because we know that she is not going to be very far along. He is freaking out in his pre-parental panic. But we will get her to exercise and kind of work her way along here, because we are only 1 centimeter. We want her to definitely go ahead and get dilated some more. We want to get this baby out of her, because she is like, I have been carrying this baby far long enough. And Lindsay and Norma are at daycare, and Liam ran off to work. Oh, I don't think so, sir. You can get yourself back over here right away. We are not doing this by ourselves. bring Liam here. I thought he was supposed to be here with us, but maybe she didn't ask him to accompany her, so this might be a little bit screwed up for that. But whatever. Alright, so we will just go ahead, and Matilda's calling. Do we want to chat? Sure, he can talk to Matilda while he waits. Just be like, Matilda, you'll never believe Gemma's in labor. She'll be like, oh, Liam, that's great news. I'll be sure to let the family know. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this obstetrician here to check our dilation and see how far along we are dilated. And that way we will know how much longer it's going to take before we will be able to see our little baby. Oh, hello. Nice to meet you. Yes, that's great. Yeah, absolutely. I've got a little Nubu here. I just need to know how far along I'm dilated, please. She's like, yeah, absolutely. Let's go ahead and go check that. She's like, okay, so you know the procedure. I'm just going to go ahead and check you now, and we're just going to see how far along you're dilated. If you'll just go ahead and sit back. Okay. So we are currently dilated to 4 centimeters, and as we know, she's got to get to 10. So we do still have a little ways to go. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Oh, you're freaking out some more, are you? Okay.
Oh, brother Blappy.
Oh. And it does say that we are ready for our epidural, so we'll go ahead and get her to give us that as well. So she's just going to go ahead and give us our epidural here.
Nappy yakka chibs.
All right, perfect. And oh no, something went wrong with the epidural. It doesn't feel right. Only one half of her body is numb. So now we need to ask her to replace the epidural because it failed. That is not good. Gemma is not having a good time. First she has morning sickness throughout her whole pregnancy, and now she has had a failed epidural. So let's try that again. I'm sorry to hear that. Let me try replacing it. Okay, let's try replacing the epidural and see if we can get this to work again. Okay, let's try again. Alright, second time. Okay, perfect. Now hopefully that time worked. Oh no, that one didn't work either. Okay. Alright, still only half of her body is numb, and she is going to have to get this doctor to replace that epidural again. So hopefully this third time will work, but this is not an ideal situation to be in at all. She's now had 2 epidurals, neither of them have worked, and she is not in a good way at all. She's like, okay, that didn't work either, doc. I need you to replace the epidural again. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, let's try this again. Third time's a charm.
Fazunia. Shoib Toma.
Oh, you can audibly hear her relief. Whew. The poor thing. Pain relief, finally. Alright, she's getting a little bit of rest here, so that's good. And then when she gets up, hopefully we'll be able to get her something to eat. It does look like she does need to get her hunger up. And also we will obviously, work on getting her, she looks like we're going to check her dilation some more. She is currently at 6 centimeters dilated. So she does need to get something to eat though, so I am just going to have her, after she gets checked out by the doctor here, she's just going to go have herself a bite to eat. She's like, excuse me doctor, I'm just heading to get myself a bite to eat. I'm just absolutely famished. This labor business really does take it out of a person. So she's just going to have herself a little bit of a BLT here, grab herself some substance for what her body is having to go through right now, get her energy up, her hunger up here, and that way she can go ahead and go back over there to that birthing ball, and she can exercise a little bit more so that we can work through her trying to get her dilated a little bit more. So we will do a little bit more exercising, and then hopefully she will be able to go ahead and get dilated a little bit more, because like I said, currently right now she is at about 6 centimeters, and we do need to get to 10 before we can go into active, go in and give birth to the baby. I was going to say active labor, but she is definitely in active labor. Alright, so she's just going to do a little bit of exercising here. We're going to let her exercise on this ball here. And she's like, okay, yeah, okay, exercising. And we'll just get her to check our dilation again and see where we are currently at. Can you please check our dilation again? I would really appreciate it. We've been doing the exercise ball like you asked, and I really do think we're making progress. She's like, okay, if you could just sit back a little bit, please. We're going to go ahead and check you again.
Wami Flacco.
Right.
Posa Bluefila.
She's like, yes, we are making some progress. Currently, you're at 9 centimeters. You're almost there. Alright, so we are almost there. We're going to exercise on this ball one more time, and then we should be able to go ahead and give birth. Perfect. And it is time for us to go ahead and give birth to our baby. Alright, Liam, it's time for you to come in here. Get in here. It's time to give birth to the baby. Look at him just saunter in like he has no care in the world. I definitely think he's not accompanying us. He's just here for the ride. Alright, Gemma, push this baby out. Liam, you're not being very, very supportive right now. Okay, Gemma, I know you're feeling like you're doing this alone. But you've got this. It's a boy! Okay, let's open up the wheel here and we will spin for our boy name. And the name of this baby is going to be Booker. Booker O'Hara. Alright, so we will name this little bean Booker. Booker O'Hara. Oh my hell. I mean, okay, we're having twins. It's another boy. Alright, so we will go ahead and spin again, and this little one's name is going to be Joseph. Joseph O'Hara. Alright guys, we had another set of twins in the O'Hara family. I don't know why that surprised me as much as it did. It shouldn't by now. I should expect it, but there you go. We now have ourselves another set of twins. So we have here being born currently Booker. Aww. And here comes Joseph.
Oh, Brisham. Jean Koo, Darwin.
There you have it. We have Booker and Joseph O'Hara. And we have Liam there, just, you know, he can't be bothered. He can't even come over and see his little boys. He's just standing there pretending like he's going to pass out. She's just done all this work all by herself. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say about you, Liam. I'm disappointed in your lack of assistance, but the boys have been sent off to daycare. We're going to go ahead and send the parents home, And I think I am going to go ahead and leave this episode here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when another episode goes live. And I will see you guys in the next one. But until then, I am going to go ahead and fly for now. And I do hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. And I will see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to let me know what you think of the makeovers for the rest of the family that happened, and there are some photos here for you guys to enjoy before the end scene. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye, Ravens.